Всем доброго времени суток, с вами Ваня, и мы продолжаем проходить The Stanley Parable. Что тут творится? Тут творится какая-то ерунда. Я вообще не знаю, мы опять встретили эту полосу, а рассказчик несет какой-то бред, и мы уже какой-то второй раз заходим в какую-то комнату, в которую нам не надо заходить, и это является спойлером. И вообще... Знаете, тут звуки от ходьбы, ног я своих не вижу, так как будто за тобой кто-то идет.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
No. Okay.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Извините, я тут заслушался этого, не знаю, какого-то непонятного автора этой истории. Так.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Так,
please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Так, все. Он перезапустил полностью игру.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Значит, зайдем направо.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Так, дальше комната отдыха.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Так, все, дошли до этого конференц-зала.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
От нас не идет
hoping he
тень.
might find an answer there.
Пойдемте в кабинет на чай.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Окей.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Так, пойдем. Ну вот это видно. Что офис босса. Так, а в демке
Stepping
нет.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Так. Мне вот что-то догадывается, что мы сейчас опять попадем вот в ту комнату с мониторами. Какой-то секретный лифт опять вот-вот. Едем вниз. Теперь мы уже идем по словам рассказчика. Я думаю, теперь мы ему хотя бы не помешаем. Но все равно.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
И лифт сломался. Идемте дальше.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Станция управления. Escape. Ладно, пойдемте прямо.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed
Ну,
with
как я и
television
говорил.
screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Это вот та комната с мониторами.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Итак, все просматривается. Нами, оказывается, за всеми наблюдали. Так, пошлите дальше. На последнюю платформу. Так, 427. 427 это вот это. Да-да. 427 это наш офис. А 430. 430, который... Вот он. Понятно. Где-то я его уже видел. Идемте дальше.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Как я понял, нам надо сломать эту машину. Так, это ничего нам не даст. Идемте дальше. Кнопки на этой машине, да? Может быть, нам надо эти кнопки найти все с 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 и нажать в очередь, по очереди. Да, скорее всего, так и надо. Так, идем. Что ты тут уверен, что сейчас нас все они пустят?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Выключим все. Тебе выбираться надо как-то отсюда.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay. Стоять.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
Вот, собственно, самая добрая концовка, как я помню. Хотя мы много чего не открыли.
And Stanley was happy.
И вновь опять игра еще раз перезапустилась, потому что мы прошли одну из концовок. Дальше мы продолжим с этого же места. В общем говоря, теперь будем играть не как просит нас автор, и будем расходиться. Мы уже видели, по нашему пути было очень много развилок. Это будет все в следующих сериях. Всем пока, до новых встреч.